Hello and welcome to another episode here on Yuan Legendary Campaign episode 15, and we're about to teleport to the Dragon's Fang quest battle. Let's fight it out. I usually fight these quest battles way too late actually, but I find it that it's kind of interesting to do, like just get a better army, ensure that you can fight it, because otherwise I would have to check what the quest battle entails, etc. And there we go. Let's deploy a staggered line, of course, of infantry and archers, but I'm gonna rush because the enemy has like 4 units of infantry and most of the other units are artillery and missiles. So my jet lions and jet lions are gonna be trying to rush those artillery pieces. Also, my lord and hero, my astromancer, is on a flying mount. Even though it's that giant bird that really isn't the best in melee, it's still very good against artillery, so that's the main purpose of it. And I hope I can manage to reach here and give them a run for their money with the missile mirror. See, I didn't make a mistake, it's missile mirror. Now, overall the Jade units here, they don't pose too much of a threat. These crane gunners are actually a little bit more worrisome. Now they're trying to fire against my giant bird here. And I believe I already put them with the... Yeah, see? Missile mirror doing its job. What I've found is that missile mirror does make them stop firing. As in, the AI will realize it on Legendary and will just not fire. But that's a good thing of trying to prevent them from firing, so in essence it helps. You can see that that cannon still has the effect, and now they fire as soon as it stopped. So yeah, I'm pretty certain that's how they do things. And it's not bad. They don't take too much damage. Sometimes they do take damage, which is great. But yeah. Yuan is arriving, and because of the skirmishing away, they are running away as well. But overall, the cannons had what? 5 shots possible. They're shooting at a different lion now, so yeah, that's great. It worked perfectly for me. 1 unit already routed of artillery. But here comes Nurgle with a massive air force. As soon as I saw how many airborne, I was thinking, ooh, I gotta cover my archers. But I'm glad I have Jade and not peasant archers. This mission would likely be a major problem with just peasant archers. Possible, but yeah, it would be a problem. Yep, trying to get all the Nurgle Furies. Nurgle Furies, by the way, they're quite good and resilient, especially after redline skills and research. If you're fighting with Nurgle, don't neglect those. They will surprise you, especially in the late game. So that's a Molten Bolt, and it completely destroyed 1 infantry unit, which is amazing actually. It's one ability that I only have for this battle, but yeah, that was nice to see. Now we're checking in with the plague drones and all the Furies. I have to defeat them before the enemy army arrives. I'm glad they are arriving in waves, sort of to speak. And I've yet to finish off the destruction of the enemy Cathay here, which is a problem. But I think I can just leave like a couple of units here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units with Yuan bow, and the rest of my army can deal with the enemies that are coming in. Especially those plague drones are about to be deleted with 2 units of crossbowmen, just completely ruining them. That's nice. That's actually a great victory. I'm attacking already the other unit of plague drones, and suddenly I have a defensive position. Perfect for what we need. Although the enemy lord is now here, and it's gonna pose a problem with a giant bell of his. We'll find out for whom the bell tolls. Likely I'm gonna send my Jet Lions or Jade Lions against him while Yuan Bo is busy elsewhere. But for now I do have some halberds to deal with him and some focus firing. He's already on half health. The Great Unclean Ones have arrived. And the Jet Lions are doing some nasty damage here to these Plague Bearers and Exalted Plague Bearers. The Great Unclean One can laugh all he wants. He'll still be destroyed. Oh, that's a massive hit on my War Drum. Who by now, if not mistaken, I've used the melee possibility. No, I'm still with Disdain of the Dragon Emperor. But yeah, overall, I've managed to rout Cathay. And it's all that is left is Nurgle, so I can return with my units and fight it out. I'm very pleased with the performance of my Jade Warriors. They just hold the line forever, and that's exactly what you want from a frontline unit. Let's watch a little bit closer how Yuan Bo is dealing with the Great Unclean One. Yeah. Tail attack. It's always a double attack and then a sweep. That's the full animation. All the while, as you can see, maintaining the formation helps them survive for quite some time. But they don't do as much damage, even though that's kind of what I want for a shielded frontline unit. So I keep the formation attack whenever possible. Yep. I believe there's only 2 to 3 units that are still massively alive. I'm attacking those Plague Bearers on the flank. They shouldn't have too much possibility against archers on a hill. And right now, some chain lightning on top of these units. I'm arriving with a comet, and that alone will create the army losses that I needed. Well done, troops. Quest complete. So we gain a lot of loot, actually, and we're going to replenish the army or go for treasury. Treasury, I'm not in any predicament. He gains the Dragon's Fang, which is excellent. It gives him Executioner, actually. So he's already going to be terrific fighting against enemy lords. He's always one of the best, actually. And the more that you get him powerful, the better. I like to go for his casting capabilities and buffing the troops, but he can also be a sort of caster, half melee, and you can focus on the melee capacity, and he'll be great as well. So never hesitate, in trying different things. At this point, I'm just going for the casting abilities and counting on the melee side to be covered by the items and other stuff that will help him. Because usually the yellow line or melee line is the weakest, let's say, between blue and red line, unless you're going for a specific build of like a one-man doomstack or something like that. Alright, on this front, the Golden Order is now successfully solidified to south, which is a bit of a problem, let's say, for me, because I'll want the south eventually of Cathay. And let me see if I can get on the Remnants of Battle. I'm going for these sea goodies. They're always very good to get, some extra gold, some extra stuff, even if it is just campaign line of sight and magic item drop chance. Magic item drop chance is actually quite nice. And Zhao Ming likely not gonna go over here. Yeah, I don't think I want that. I think Ming Feng might go over to the other side. I think I'm gonna need it to conquer Lustria, so a secondary lord there. But I don't want it to be the legendary lord. Zhao Ming is gonna stay here and go conquer the Chaos Dwarfs and Greenskins all over around. Caravan completed, and I gain a nice income from trade tariffs faction-wide, as well as a unit of great cannons. So, because this one has a sale value of cargo, it's going to stay on that caravan, and I gained 7,000 from the caravan. So, caravans are now finally giving out a lot of money, and almost continuously, one is finishing up the route, so that's great. Military. I think I'm gonna try to grow for the Yang here. And I definitely want control, so I gotta be careful with that. Yeah, 4 for Yang. I'm gonna need to destroy some building to get to the 6 Yang that I need. It's not exactly the best place to build up units, but we'll try. So overall, I want 3 units of those and some Jade Lions. Actually, I think I'm gonna go for the Jade Warrior Crossbows with shields first. And I'll use Levy the Provinces. There we go. So instead of 4 units, I can recruit 8 units this turn. There we go. That's all of it. And Gen 2 will have his completed forces. That's the type of force that I want for him. Sometimes I like to do that. I like to do compositions that are, supposedly weaker, but at least I'll get them going as soon as possible. So turn 50, it's not as bad, not worse. Jade Warriors, really good, as you've seen. I can even explore the island here. Oh, that's a very poor army to defend such a treasure. So let's go auto-resolve it. And that's nice. Treasury 5,000. I'm getting a lot of gold now. And banking on that to get the best stuff that I can. Okay, Talons of the Night, mostly because I want something different than Comet of the Cazadora, which I already have on the other caster, but of course you can go Comet if you prefer. I'm counting the skill points at this point, and I believe that I have just barely enough to reach Executioner, so I have to be careful. That's one of the things that Cathay has, is lords that it's very difficult to get everything for their lords. And usually that means making a decision whether you want to go melee or whether you want to go casting. And preferably I would recommend that you go casting, unless you're one of those guys, for instance. It's perfectly fine, but unless you're a person that wants to just go with your lord against the enemy lord and take it out, then of course invest in melee by all means. I'm just checking the harmony. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is going to change only on the next time. I still need Mount Lee to get to tier 2. Shrine of the Alchemist. I'm going to give as many Yang as possible, so that I can get the Warpstone Desert like that. Over here is still Yin. Ugh. I think I made a mistake. It should have been Yang. But oh well, I can convert it always. But I'll have to double check. Do I want that? I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, and there's 1 Yin. I can delete this and then wait for it. Yeah, I think that's better. I think it doesn't count when you're building up stuff, which is a little bit of a problem, but yeah. Or it only counts after you've successfully done it. So I can get Tactician. That's good. And Lida, you're gonna start getting your army. Kule, you have the C. So C means completed, by the way. Means that I'm not gonna change anything on this army. That's the end game army for Kule. It's just a peasant army, and it's precisely to ensure that I can get a lot of armies. As you've seen, I have exactly a lot of armies, and still, compared to the amount of stuff that I have, press gauge is nice. And yeah, I think you're gonna go to the other side. I don't have anything for you to do on this side. Of course, I can go against the Greenskins, and I can go against Nurgle, for instance, or the Chaos Dwarves, but I can always build that up. So for now, that's what I want. I want him on the other side. Let's go Tactician here with the Caravan Master. No, I want hidden stores. I want replenishment. And Shinma, yeah, he's still not going for that. Yeah, that's the building upgrade available. Outposts. Okay, I could get some outposts. Zoishink? Yeah, that's his initial one. Okay, an outpost with Miao Ying. Where? Nangao? No, it's no longer the capital. Kunlan seems a good option. Or Xingpo. I think Xingpo. Yeah, it's more defensible. Let's accept that mission, and let's accept that mission. That's great. No ally missions? No. Also no upgrade on outposts. Yeah, I don't want those units. And I don't think Nordland can survive, so yeah, that's okay. Feel that's fine. Caravan dispatch. I still have money, so that's great. And right now I'm feeling good. I'm gonna dispatch. This is one of my best caravans. It's the second best, actually. And I want to dispatch it to a place where it will give me a lot of money. Nuln or Altdorf? I think I'm gonna go Nuln. I think I haven't yet. Erengrad? Or maybe Erengrad. Erengrad I know I haven't. And it's a trade hub. I wonder what it gives me. So yeah, I don't know by heart, by the way, guys. And I don't check those things before the game starts. I just like to check it out. So advancements, you're gonna go after the gates with Kule, that lord over there to the front. Over here I'm gonna recruit better armies. And likely there's going to be some developments, either going after the Greenskins or Nurgle. Very soon someone is going to declare war, that's for sure. On the other side, on the other front, what we have is just the same. This is a time for recruiting units. There's not a lot of battles, there's not a lot of wars. I don't have to jump to another war as fast. I can just go back to my provinces, replenish, get better armies, and then move out. So overall, I'm going to be fighting the Lizardman. Likely I'm going to be fighting Skulltaker as well. Who knows, even the Hunts Marshal. But it'll be for the next episodes. Thank you guys for watching. and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.